Years and years ago, I was sitting down at the table with my wife, and I said, Beth, I made a deal with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the deal goes like this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm going to take care of your children. Please, please take care of my children.
The dedication of the members often isn't seen by the public. It's something that happens at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 4 o'clock in the morning, when it's freezing cold, whether it's a question of leaving the Seder, leaving davening and Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, leaving a family simcha, because someone else needs help.
When our dear son's life was on the line, who was there to respond literally within 60 seconds, within 90 seconds, leaving 3 o'clock in the middle of a Friday night to come and to literally save our son's life.
Our members who literally have no day, have no night, no Shabbos, no Yontif, they give everything up for their community. It's incredible.
The sirens and the glamour and the loud walkie-talkies, that's not what a Hatzalah member is. It's the quiet times when most of the other people in the community are enjoying with their families, their wives, their children, having that time that nothing will disturb it. They shut off their phone. I'm not taking any calls from work. Well, the Hatzalah member shuts off his Parnasa phone, but he doesn't shut off his Hatzalah phone.
Well, you definitely feel that adrenaline rush every time the radio beeps.
Sometimes you'll hear it and it'll say any units in WA, and it might be West Hempstead, but I'm used to hearing Woodmere. So that'll sort of give me a little skip.
It's a way of life. It's not just going on a call. It's changing everything about what we do.
At night, you have to lay out pants so that you have your radio and your wallet and everything in it, and everything always has to be ready at the drop of a button.
Timing is everything. That difference of just a few seconds can make the difference between a person being able to sit and learn for another 20 years, or Rahman al-Islam have no mental abilities, or be very severely debilitated. That's what it means to be on call for Hatzalah. That's what it means for a person to take this awesome responsibility. And that's, to me, the definition of a hero.
The members have lives separate and apart from Hatzalah. It's the families, the children, the wives, the parents, the people who are depending on the member to be doing something else at that time, who are ultimately paying the price for the member's dedication and devotion.
Every member of Hatzalah is making sacrifices vis-a-vis their chashuv or respective wives. Not only their spouses, but their children, giving up a valuable family time.
It's countless times, countless hours, but they see you going out, doing chesed, whether it's at night, whether it's leaving the Shabbos table, whether they hear the door open and the door close at 3 o'clock in the morning. They know daddy's going out on a call to save a life.
I'm teaching my kids that when someone needs you, you go. No matter what you're in the middle of, you're gonna drop it and you're gonna go help that person.
My kids are definitely proud of their father. My husband, that he's on Hatzalah. You know, it's a big deal in our house.
They've been told that they get a mitzvah every time I go on an emergency. And it's true, them and my wife 100 times more.
She knows that her sacrifice is just as big as my sacrifice. When she's, after a long day of her work, she's feeding the kids, getting them ready for bed, and I'm supposed to be home and I'm not home, that's her sacrifice.
When they're not home at supper, they're not home to Chazer Parsha with the children, when they're not at a family table singing Zemiros, but they're out on a call, the wives are giving up their husbands at that moment, and it's a tremendous zechus and credit to them that they willingly do this, they don't complain about it.
I look at what he does, and I'm proud to be his wife and know that he's able to go out there and help people, and all the things he's done, and all the people that come over to me and say, oh my God, your husband helped me and saved my life, and it just makes me feel great.
I think it's very nice that we're out there and we get all the credit, but the bottom line is that the guys behind the scene who make everything happen and make sure all our equipment is up to date, and that when we need something, we have it. I mean, they're the heroes, that's for sure. As great a feeling it is when you're able to help somebody and be in the right place at the right time and get somebody through their hard time. Sometimes it doesn't work out so well, and there's no worse feeling than having to pack up all the equipment and take everything outside of the house, you know, with the family there. It's heartbreaking, but it's part of the dedication. It's part of what you have to do.
You never forget the bad ones, and they stay part of you the rest of your life. It takes its toll. on members. You do CPR on a baby, a SIDS baby maybe, and it never leaves you. To having to tell a parent that their child is no longer with us, never leaves you.
You never get used to something like that, but we always know whether it's a minute later, an hour later, or 5 hours later, there might be another tone alert that goes off and someone else needs us.
I've always found it very interesting when we talk about making an appeal for Hatzalah. We're not making an appeal for Hatzalah, we're making an appeal for ourselves. Unless you're able to do CPR on yourself, you need Hatzalah.
When the alert tone goes off, and to know that there's another Yid in need of your help, that is the drive. And that's what one Yid does for another Yid.
The feeling of making a difference and sometimes having the schus of saving a life is immeasurable.
It's all worth it to save that person's life, to help that kid who hurt themselves, to deliver that baby. It's just a wonderful feeling to go to bed with, saying, I made a difference today.
The greatest satisfaction is seeing somebody that was in cardiac arrest that you see in shul, you see him walking in the street, you see him around, and he's fine and healthy. It's amazing.
Each and every one of you, together with your children and your wonderful spouses by your sides. We thank you, we love you, we appreciate you. Keep doing the amazing work that you're doing. Kol hakavod.
They're truly malachim in many ways. They truly, literally save lives. They truly are heroes.